It means that I am creating a beautiful life and you get to be a part of it. And not only am I creating a beautiful life, hence the pretty part, but you're also creating a beautiful life because there's something in your life that you feel like can be better. I don't know if I'm in the right place. If I am, just type in the chat, give me a one. Give me a one. If you feel like there is some part of your life that can be better. Neil, am I talking to myself or am I talking to you? Let me know. Because the minute we decide that there is something in our lives that can be better, we begin to look, okay? We begin to be intentional about the scroll, Rafina. We begin to be intentional about who we follow, what we start to like, what we start to save. We start to think about our actions more, Avo, than we did before. Hello, Hank. Good to see you. So today's conversation, I want to address the elephant in the room. Some of us have started 2026 off thinking that we don't have enough. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough honey. We don't have enough of something. But today's conversation, I'm going to address the elephant in the room, which is the money. The money. Now, I know my words can get a little flipped sometimes because of okay, good. So y'all should be able to see my camera on TikTok, YouTube, as well as Instagram. So I want to address the elephant in the room called money. Money, okay? So if you've come thinking that your problem this year is going to be, how do I get more money? Because right now I don't have enough. Well, guess what? Your issue is not money. What if I told you that not only, Vashin, your issue is not money, but your issue is not only money, but it is your stewardship. Somebody type in the chat S. It's your stewardship. And I know that may be a little heavy on today. It shouldn't be a little heavy on today, Chantel. It should actually be a very sort of easy word because it's a Sunday, stewardship. And we know when we talk about stewardship, we're talking about being responsible for something within our preview, something within our responsibility that we've been entrusted to take care of, right? And so if you know, number one, that your issue is not money, but it's stewardship, then you should sit up a little bit closer and ask yourself, what have I been entrusted with that I'm not doing the most with? I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked, Avanish. I'm glad you asked, Chantal. I am so happy you asked. What is that? Your stewardship is you. Somebody type in the chat you. Somebody type in the chat you. So if we look at the connection between our money and us, guess what? We know that they are directly connected because of stewardship. Why? Why are these two things connected? Why is money directly connected to you? I'll tell you. Because your amount of wealth, the things that you have accumulated, or the things that you are lacking that you definitely want to see, it is directly connected to what you do with what you have now. Addison, woo! That was a word right there. If y'all didn't go to church on Sunday, y'all are going to church today with Miss Pretty and Paid. Because when Moses was trying to lead the children out of Israel out of Egypt, rather, okay, guess what? He's like, I don't have anything. I can hardly speak. I stutter. Listen, I don't know what I'm going to do. He was talking to God. And what did God tell him? This is a pop quiz Bible study. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. What did God ask him? He asked him, Hank, what is it that you have in your hand? What is it that you have in your hand? Now, some of you right now, because you decided to join my live, and I appreciate you, hearts it up. I absolutely love the fact that you are here, not just to consume, but really to be intentional about what you consume, Kavita. And you are on here engaging with my content, and I appreciate you. I love you for that. Because I love that you are interested in doing more, being more, and also being a part of a community who's about more than just the entertainment that's on social media. because it can suck you in. But what we're talking about here is stewardship, because we understand, if you're just joining us, that your money is directly connected to you. And the thing that links you to your money is going to be how you steward what you have. So when God asked Moses, what is it that you have in your hand? Guess what? The only thing that he had in his hand was a staff. And that staff was so powerful, but at first Moses could not realize it. He did not know why what he had in his hand was so important. And some of you are so up close, Kamal, on your gifts that you don't understand how you can be of value to this world with what you have already in your hand to make a difference in this world. And that is scary. Oh, I'm scared. But because you're on this live, you're going to get some awakening. You're going to get the veil pulled off of your eyes, and you're going to be able to understand, Erica, that exactly what you have with where you are is enough. That not only is it enough, but it is exactly what God needs in order for you to give value enough to get to the money. Because the truth is, Christy, is that your problem is not that you don't have enough money, but it's what you do with what you have. And some of us are suffering from a lack of this because we don't recognize how powerful this is. You don't recognize how powerful you are. I'm talking about there are people, thousands, if not millions of people who are uniquely designed to connect with you. And I'm not talking about no vanity connections like, oh, how many followers do I have? How many people on YouTube do I have subscribed? I'm not talking about that. Those are vanity metrics. I'm talking about there are people who can only do a thing if you're willing to speak up and teach it. I'm talking about that there are people who will only step off the ledge of ruining their lives if you are willing to just reach out and connect with them. I'm talking about valuing yourself so much, understanding that the gifts that you have are so needed that you're willing to say, listen, even if I don't immediately, guess what? I'm still willing to share. Even if I don't see how this is coming, I'm still willing to post. You see, that is the biggest problem that you have. It's not money. It's your willingness to do something with what you have. It's your willingness to say, you know what? I'm not perfect. I don't ever try to be perfect. But what I do know is that the perfect God who created me, he's given me something that's valuable to other people. And once you accept that your stewardship with what you have, which is you, can directly lead to this, which is money, then guess what? You start to put some respect on your name a little bit more, okay? Because money is the byproduct of your ability to help other people. Shavana, I told him it's going to be heavy tonight. I told him, listen, we're not here for a long time, but we're definitely here for a good time, because it is so good to realize that you have everything that you need to do and get everything that you want. Listen, one of the best, wait, before I go into that, listen, because this is getting good, but I got to take a quick commercial break because your girl needs to get hydrated. I need to tap into my products. Listen, I got some very great products, y'all. I'm always excited to share with you because I get paid just as an aside, I get paid to talk about these great nutritional products. This one in particular that I'm about to have on this live stream with you is called Recharge. And the reason why I love Recharge so much is because when I'm doing the live stream and it's getting a little late, I'm getting a little tired, Recharge does exactly what it says it does. It not only gives me energy, but it has vitamin C in it. So not only am I getting energy because it has caffeine, but I'm also getting my vitamins in at the same time. And do you know, when I tell people about this, Hugs, I get paid for it because they go to my cart. Y'all can go too. And they click on a link and they're like, oh yeah, I'll be feeling tired during the day. So I'm gonna need some of that recharge. I feel sluggish when I know I got to get to the gym or I know I got work to do and I got to get some of that recharge. And so I get paid to show up, being me, doing exactly what I was already going to do anyway. And guess what? There are so many people who can do the same thing. Thank you, Hugs. You said flip my camera. Okay. I thank you because I tried to do it earlier before you came on. I was like, what button is it? But you just gave me the game. You see, there is so much value in you just showing up. I appreciate you. So back to my commercial break. So not only am I going to do the recharge because your girl got to get hydrated and I need to get pumped up for this second part of the lesson that I'm going to share with you, but I'm going to take my hydro drops. Ooh, these hydro drops, they have hyaluronic acid in it. Hyaluronic acid is good because it nourishes you from the inside out. So, as we get older, we start to get those little fine lines and smile wrinkles and all of that. It's cute, but then when you start to realize that your skin isn't as tight as it used to be, and so those lines are becoming deeper and deeper, you got to do something about it, okay? Because ladies, this is especially for my ladies, if you're not being aware of your image, before you know it, you're going to start looking your age. And there's only but so much makeup you can have that will keep you from looking your age. And there's nothing wrong with getting old. There's so much grace and honor in aging. But if we can look young as long as we can, why not? And so all of my nutritional products, from my beauty booster to my recharge and hydro drops, it gets me right. So I'm going to do 1 drop of this. These bottles are cute too, aren't they? And I have my 1 scoop of recharge and some beautiful H2O. And we're gonna get it mixed up. So while I'm mixing my drinky drink, type in the chat, where are you joining me from? I have people from all over the world. We are absolutely global with YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook and TikTok. So y'all gotta let me know, where my people at? Yes, Raven's like, I love the hydro drops. Absolutely, girl. They are good. They are very, very nutritious. All right, I see Trinidad. What part of Trinidad? Y'all be saying Trinidad like I don't know those streets, okay? Are we talking about Aranguez? Are we talking about Moruga? Are we talking about Marabella? Like where? Let me know. And my U.S. people, okay? Atlanta, hey. Now you saying Atlanta like I don't know Atlanta. Are you from Cobb County? Are you from DeKalb? Like where are we at in Atlanta? Let me know. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This is actually good. Okay, you came to my church for a wedding. Oh, awesome. Right in Pleasant Park. Hey, Jason, welcome to the live stream. So listen, getting back, this is really, really good, y'all. Healthy for you, and it tastes good, and it hydrates you from the inside out. You can't lose. You cannot lose with the stuff I use, okay? If you're just joining me, make sure you're not just joining me for the live, but you are also sharing it. My name is Chantel, also known as Miss Pretty and Paid. Why? Not because I'm vain. I'm like, oh, I'm so pretty. No, because I am creating a beautiful life. That's the pretty part. And I'm helping you to do the same. So make sure you tune into my live stream so that you can be pretty and paid with me and my team. So let's get back to the building. So we're talking about money's not your problem, but we're addressing, Patrice, what the real problem is. The real problem is the lack of stewardship with you, with who you are. Because some of y'all you keep moving the goalposts thinking that you've got to have a little bit more. You got to have a better looking house before you can create videos. You got to go to school more before you can show up online and share something that you know. But no, everything that you have right now, Michael, is already good enough for you to create content and get paid for it. I'm not speaking from theory. I'm speaking from actual factual practice, okay? I've secured 6 figures in contracts because I was willing, and I taught people who were so much like higher than me, like Wall Street bankers, financial planners, people who used to work for the White House. Like I'll tell you, my clients have come from all spectrums of this economy. But the reason why they chose me is because I was willing to show up with the expertise that I had. I didn't claim to know everything. And so when you see yourself as a steward of the gifts that God has given you, you start to realize, okay, I may not be on level 10, but I have been on level 9. I've been on level 8. I've been on level 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And so if you recognize, Michael, that you've been on a level, and there are people right now, Jada, that are on that level, guess what? There's an opportunity for you to help them. And when you help them, guess what? You get paid. You get paid for the degree in which you're willing to help other people. So you've got to ask yourself, what do I know right now that can, even though I'm on level 6, I can help someone. You're on level 6, right? You don't have it all together, right? But you can help someone who's on level 1. That's being a good steward. That's answering the question of, what do I have in my hand? The same question that allowed Moses to hit the rock and water flowed out of the rock for the children of Israel. That is the same answer that's going to allow you to hit the rock of your hard places. Your hard places might be poverty. Your hard places might be depression. Your hard places might be something else. But guess what? When you recognize, hey, I've got something in my hand. I know a little something about the importance of journaling. So I can record some videos helping people learn about journaling. That's the rock that you're going to hit, Anne-Marie. Maybe your thing is, well, listen, I'm really good at creating, arts and crafts. So although, I don't think it's, I can monetize that. I don't think anybody want to know about it, but I just know that when I did arts and crafts, that healed me from depression, that healed me from an abusive relationship. And because you recognize that you are the answer to this, and you're willing to be a good steward of your gifts, then guess what? You're willing to create a video or a post that can teach somebody about arts and crafts that can help them. And if you do that, it's a matter of compound interest. It's a matter of investing in that particular message and allowing God to bring the harvest. You see, we're so caught up, Carlene, and worried about the fruits. Oh, when is this going to come? When is the money going to come? I'm trying to be an influencer this year. How am I going to get paid for it? And you're so worried about the end result. But guess what? It's in the planting of the seeds that the harvest comes. You see, the scripture says that one man watered, one man planted, another man sowed, and God, he brought the increase, right? So one man sowed, another man watered, and it is God who brought the increase. Some of you are in a frustrated position, Carlene, because you're worried about the increase, but only God can bring that. Some of you have been frustrated with the business that God told you to start, being a good steward. And the reason why it's not popping off the way that you want it to be is because you have taken what God put in your hand and tried to rush the process. And Adrian, in the midst of you trying to do what only God said that he would do, you're getting frustrated. Michael, you're feeling defeated. I'm asking you today, I'm begging you today to step out of God's way and position yourself by being a good steward of the gifts that he entrusted you with. So you tell me, right? Because this is a conversation, this is a dialogue. I want to know, just type one word, what has God given you? What is the gift that is in your hand right now? What is that staff that you're holding and you're like, I don't know what to do with this. You're like, Moses, I don't know what to do with this. But what is it? Because I guarantee you that the minute you take that staff and begin to strike the rock like Moses did, it's going to flow. Water's going to flow. Money's going to flow. Opportunities are going to flow. From those hard places that have caused you to trip up before, I declare that those hard places will no longer be a stumbling block, but it's going to be a platform. I declare that they are no longer going to trip you up, but they are going to accelerate your progress because you're now seeing yourself as a steward of what you have in your hand as opposed to a victim. It's time for you to get out of that victim mindset. It's time for you to believe bigger real fast. And the reason why, Paul, the reason why, Sion, is because you do not have time to sit on your gifts any longer. If you don't realize that we are in a time of acceleration, like it's already the 4th of January, and don't you feel like it was just Christmas? Like the days are becoming shortened. And the Bible says, the days are actually evil, right? The way time goes by so fast, I be looking at myself like, man, if this time don't slow down. But that shows you that everything that you need to do right now, God is not only speeding it up, but he's allowing you to take advantage of the acceleration. Marcus, he's got the wind underneath your wings, but the question is, how are you being a good steward off of what God has entrusted you with? I'm going to take a quick commercial break because your girl got to take her supplements. I got to take my recharge to get me fired up. Remember, I told you I'm not here for a long time, but I am here for a good time. And we're going to have a good time right now. Listen, if y'all don't have these products, Hydro Drops, the recharge, you're missing out. But I'm not going to miss out. So let me go take my little drinky drink and let me know, what gifts do you have in your hand that you want God to breathe on this year? Emmanuel, type in the chat and let me know. This is so refreshing. Keston, this right here, get your girl some. Get you some. You want your girl to have some energy, right? Because women, we do a lot, okay? We do a lot. Get her some recharge. I can go right to my cart and go and get you some. Drinking my recharge and my Hydro Drops. These are by far my most favorite products of my product line, and I got about 500 of them. This is definitely for you. You want to give me some recipes? I got the recipe. I got the Hydro Drops and I got the recharge. What recipes you want to give me? You've been watching my cooking videos, huh? Make sure you share this live stream, and also follow me. Because if you are just joining me, my name is Chantel. But this year, you're going to put some respect on my name. You're going to call me Miss Pretty and Paid. Why? Because I'm helping you create a beautiful life. That's where the pretty part comes in. No, I'm not vain, not conceited, none of that. But I am declaring that I'm helping you to create a life of purpose, a life of power, and a life of prosperity. Is nothing wrong with it. That's not a yucky word, okay? Hey, Avalon. So good to see you. I can't wait to try them. Yes, you're going to go ahead and try all of the goodies that I have, because it's going to help you to be a good steward. And that's what this conversation is about. One of the best lessons I got from my husband, Nasir, is he told me, he's like, Chantel, you've already got everything that you need. All the ingredients. He's Trini, so he likes to use food analogies. He's like, you already got all the ingredients. You got the onion, you've got the ginger, you've got the garlic, you've got the curry, right? What else do we, for a good pilau, what do we need, right? We got the meat, we got the ginger, we got the garlic, the onion. What else do we need for a good pilau? Come on, I know I'm not talking to myself. What else do we need? All right, yep. I see that some of y'all use the pepper, right? We got all of that. But guess what? It will not become a delicious pilau unless you do what? You mix the pot. You stir the pot. And some of y'all are really basic pilau, like mine used to be before I learned a couple of things from my mother-in-law, because you refuse to mix all the ingredients together. Some of you are not living a life of your fullest potential. Why? Because you've got the skills, you've got the experiences, you've come through something. Yes, you may not be on level 10, but you are on level 6, but you refuse to help someone who's 5 steps below you. Being a good steward and getting to the money is about recognizing that money is not your problem. Because the minute you operate from the position of, oh, I don't have enough, so I need to go and do this, so I need to go hustle that, you begin to realize that you are, look, while I'm off screen, y'all, I'm fussing at my kids. Get out. Be a good steward of your time right now and get out of my live stream so that I can focus. Y'all ever, come on, where my parents at in the chat? I know I'm not the only one trying to, speak and then I got the distractions, but don't let anyone distract you from what God told you to do, okay? Anyway, no, I love my kids. They're not a distraction all the time. So ask yourself, what is it that you're supposed to be faithful with? Because your faithfulness will bring the results that you desire. And just like that pilau, it only tastes good once it cooks on a low, slow fire. Some of y'all are rushing the process. You're rushing the results because you think that it should have happened for you already. It should have been done already. The food should have been cooked. No. Your destiny is not up to you alone. It's up to God. Remember, one man sows, one man waters, but it is God who brings the increase. So disabuse yourself. Make a promise to me today. Make a promise to yourself today, Vita. Keston, Kamal, Avalon, make a promise to yourself today. I will not rush the process. I will not rush the process. Number one, I recognize that money is not my problem. Let me just go ahead and make an X. Money is not my problem. I need to be a good steward of me. And what is in you? It's your gifts, it's your talents, it's your skills, it's everything that God gave you that you, Sarah, keep thinking is not good enough because you don't have this or you haven't arrived. No, that is good enough because there is someone who is waiting for the version of you that was broken, that was a mess. And they're waiting for you to share that part of yourself so they can feel like there's hope for themselves. So don't worry about, having arrived. None of us have arrived. But guess what? Just like that pilau, Avalon, you will arrive. And when you arrive, it's going to be so delicious. It's going to be so yummy, Margaret. Why? Because you went through the process. You went through the process of stewarding your gifts. You see, money is not your problem, Vicki. No, it's never been and it never will be. But it has everything to do with what you do with what you've got. And if you are ready to do more with what you got than you have been doing, I want you to DM me. DM me the word paid. Because remember, this year, I am introducing myself and reminding some of you who've already met me that my name is Chantel Ria. But you're not just going to call me Chantel. You're going to call me Miss Pretty and Paid. Why? Not because I'm conceited. No, far from it. Listen, take the makeup off. I'll scare you. But I'm Miss Pretty and Paid because I am helping you create a beautiful life. That's where the pretty comes in. You deserve to live a beautiful life, Marcus. A life where you don't need a vacation from it. You wake up and you're like, I'm so glad I can show up to be me. I'm so glad, soft girl era, that I can get paid by simply being myself. That is what the pretty part about it. You know what the paid part about is? It's about knowing that the God who created you, he's a God of more than enough. He's got it all. He said a cattle upon 1,000 hills belongs to me. And if that is the God that created you, guess what? That's your inheritance too. And so that's what being pretty and paid is about. It's about recognizing that your life does not have to be a life of struggle, but it can truly be a life of prosperity. But it can only be that way if you are willing to say, hey, I don't have it all together, but I know I've got something that somebody needs. And I'm willing to show up, whether it's online and post content like I help you to do. I help you to gain some influence. I help you to share and not only share, but be willing to say, you know what? I'll respect the process. Yeah, it may not happen overnight, but it will not happen at all if I quit. If that is you, I want you to DM me the word paid because I'm going to talk to you about how you can actually create a beautiful life, be pretty, and get paid. Okay. And we're gonna dive deep in and talk about exactly what you want out of life. One thing I know for sure, Pam, that you can't have the pretty and paid part without some product. Okay. We need some product. All right. So I'm going to share with you how I have cracked the code. Somebody say crack the code. I've cracked the code on how to show up online, post for profit because I got some product. All right. And if you are in a space where you're looking for something different, you want more out of life, DM the word paid and I will see you in the DMs. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta run. I told y'all I'm here for a good time, but not a long time. I love you so much. If you're not following me, make sure you follow me because y'all gonna see me often. Yep, I'm gonna show up for you like someone showed up for me. And if you appreciate that, go ahead and hearts it up. Go ahead and heart it up and follow me and share this video with a friend if you can. I love you and I can't wait to see you again. Take care, y'all.